This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 1, Episode 17. Once the simple but elegant marriage ceremonies were completed, Vishwamitra bid farewell to everyone and left to go back to his ashram. He had done his bit in building the next-gen leadership. Dashrath, Ram and the others returned to Ayodhya. During the journey, Ram had an interesting encounter with the great sage Parshuram. Parshuram challenged Ram but was defeated and then retired to the area around the Mahendra Parvat in the western Ghats. Back in Ayodhya, time moved on. The last 5 shlokas of the 77th Sarga talk about the growing love and affection between Ram and Sita. Manasvi tadgata manas tasya nityam hridi samarpitah. Ram was sensitive and fully devoted towards Sita. Gunad rupa gunachapi pritir bhuyo bhivardhate. Sita was beautiful and had all the great qualities. Ram's love for her grew ever more stronger. Tasyascha bharta dvigunam hridaye parivartate. For Sita, in turn, her husband was doubly dear. Antargatamapi vyaktamakhyati hridayam hrida. They knew what was in the other's heart even when things were left unsaid. Valmiki says that Ram and Sita were like Vishnu and Lakshmi. And with that, the first book of the Valmiki Ramayan comes to a close. Balakandam Sampoornam. Fairy tales end with the prince and the princess getting married, and they live happily ever after. But our story is no fairy tale. It is just getting started.
I'm not sure if I should ask this question. The Balakand is over, but I'm still not clear why we consider Ram to be so great. What did he do exactly?
Oh, you absolutely must ask this question. And like always, you will have to seek the answer for yourself. But help is at hand in the Ayodhya Kand. In Balakand, Valmiki walked us through hundreds of years of history, took us to the icy tops of the Himalayas and all the way to the sea. We heard about Ayodhya, the greatest and the grandest city in the world, Dashrath's longing for an heir and his yajna. Valmiki told us about the forest-dwelling people called Vanaras, and about how the Rakshasas, like Tataka, were defined by their behavior, not by their race or place of origin. We heard the stories of many kings and sages that lived before Ram's time, including the incredible story of Bhagirath and Ganga. In Ayodhya Kand, the second book, Valmiki's narration takes a completely different turn. As compared to the Balakand's grand expanse, Valmiki now zooms in to one place, Ayodhya. And 40 sargas give a blow-by-blow coverage of events over only 24 hours. So what happened on that fateful day? It was a day that saw a most devastating blow dealt to a man for no fault of his. Ram's life turned upside down in one moment. On the face of it, he had a choice on how to react to the situation. People closest to him advised one course of action, which they were convinced was the right thing to do, and it would have kept intact his future as the king of the greatest empire in the world. On the other hand, his own conclusion was that there really was no choice. It was clear to him that the right thing to do was the one where he was left with nothing. As we read through Valmiki's electrifying narration of the conversations through the day, we constantly end up comparing that day with situations in our own lives. And we wonder, how is it possible for someone to be so righteous even when the costs are so high? Especially when reasonable arguments can be made that the easier path is in fact the right path. Did Ram not have the skill that we possess in abundance? How to convince ourselves that every time we stray from the path of righteousness, there is a valid reason. Valmiki's narration of that fateful day leaves us breathless and speechless. We shake our heads and wonder, how is it humanly possible for someone to be so perfect? Is he a person or what? Now, don't take my word for it, but likewise, don't take anyone else's word for the opposite as well. Make up your own mind, but only after hearing what Valmiki has to say about that fateful day in Ayodhya. Do join us for Season 2. Iti, her, asa. That is how it happened.